Welcome back to another episode of We Roguelike It. I'm your host, Boston. Joining me as always is Moonpear.
Hello.
The first thing we've recorded in a couple weeks now, so I'm like trying to shake the cobwebs of, all right, how do I start the show again? What are we doing?
Hey, at least you did an episode yesterday, so you got the chance to get back into the swing of things. This is
true,
literally
yeah.
my first.
Yeah, just throwing you in the deep end here. But yeah, we're back with We Roguelike It after a couple weeks break for the holiday, which means we're going to start our brand new game, which is Crypt of the NecroDancer.
Yep.
A game I really like and am terrible at.
Yep. Pretty much exactly the same for me, to be honest.
Yeah, this isn't the first time I've played it, but I think this is probably the longest I've stuck with it. Because usually I'll play it, I'll get frustrated, and I'll be like, you stupid freaking, oh, never mind. And then just sort of, I'll come back to it later, and then I never really do.
Yeah, I do the exact same thing. Jump in, take 2 or 3 runs, then come back 6 months later, jump in, take 2 or 3 runs.
Start back at floor 1.
Well, 3-1 for me, thank you very much.
Wow. Yeah, I think this time
really quick, shall we actually tell people the difference between this and a regular roguelike, which is that this is a
rhythm-based roguelike?
Yeah, the rhythm-based dungeon crawler where you have to move and attack on the beat to gain a multiplier and learn enemy patterns to avoid their attacks, so on and so forth. Which, that's what kills me most of the time, is not paying attention to the enemy patterns. But yeah.
It's a cool modifier on the roguelike because I like more traditional. We've always said that we're not interested in saying like, well, this is a roguelike or this is a roguelite or anything like that. But I do like how it changes the traditional roguelike formula of, your enemies move when you move, you're moving 1 square at a time and you're attacking. I like that modifying that by having to do it on the beat to keep your multiplier up is really... It's one of those ideas where you hear it and you play it and you're like, okay, cool. Like, this is a really cool idea that I'm glad you guys got to work.
Yeah, and the fact that they've the thing that this game lives or dies by, like, end of discussion, is its soundtrack.
Oh, absolutely.
And it helps that it has probably one of my favorite soundtracks in video game history.
Mm-hmm.
Like, every single track is so catchy.
Yep.
And I think we even talked about it on TVGP proper when I first bought this game. I told you about whatever it was, the Metalocalypse guy, and you put it as the music for that episode.
Yep.
Because it's so good. Like, every track is just so great.
Yep. Yeah, I think this is one of those soundtracks where I think if people want to listen to Danny B's soundtrack, Danny Baranowski, this is one of those you point them at, because like here's some of his best stuff. Meat Boy and these are really great. But I think there was some stuff I forgot about with Crypt and the NecroDancer. I forgot that the songs don't loop, so you have
a limited amount of time.
Yeah, like I like that there's this idea that there's a start and an end time to the song, and when it ends. I like that it, unlike a lot of other roguelikes, normally, like Enter the Gungeon, not Enter the Gungeon, Spelunky, there's going to be something that comes from off screen that's going to kill you.
Yes.
This one, they just dump you to the next floor. It's like, the floor's done. If you didn't get everything, you took too long.
Yeah.
I kind of dig that, because it's not... You get punished a little bit, but... not enough where that's going to ruin a run.
Yeah, and it also helps that, like, it's unbelievably tempting to do that whole... Like, you try and clear out every space on the floor, and there's secrets. Like, you know as soon as
you see those glittering walls, and it's like, there's a diamond in there.
Yeah, or you get the vision bonus, you're like, wait, why is that not dirt on my map behind that wall?
Right.
And then you start to learn about, like, the hidden rooms within the walls kind of thing.
Yep.
And it's always tempting you to push it that little bit further. You can spend more time.
Yeah. Maybe I'll find just one more red chest.
Yeah, or just 2 more diamonds to help me unlock the next thing and to help me move on. I can't remember what the fan name for him was, because this is something that the developers didn't do. the shopkeeper is the best thing about this game.
Yes, he's really great.
Like I know the fans came up with a name for him, but I can't remember what the name is.
I'll look it up while we're talking.
Because when we're running through the level, the shopkeeper has that golden room, so you know there's a shop there, and then all of a sudden you run in and he starts singing, and it's so great. Like it's it's just one of the cutest little things that they didn't have to put in the game, but the fact that he like wobbles along with the music is just so good.
Yep. Can you attack the shopkeeper?
I don't think he can now.
Okay. Yeah, that's one of those things where I've never tried, because I know something like we're talking about Spelunky. Something like Spelunky, unless you're 100% prepared and ready to go, don't attack the shopkeeper.
Yeah, and then heaven forbid you accidentally attack him.
Right.
And you end up with everybody else is mad throughout the entirety of the game.
Yeah. Man. Where are my notes here? I finally beat, on one of my early runs, I beat my first boss, Coral Riff, which is still a really great name.
Yep, that's the one has the water and the whole bunch of like little harpsichords that come out.
Yep. And he's a guitar, like an electric guitar, I think. And I think the thing that I'm proud of this time that I was struggling with when I was playing before, and I know this sounds like such a minor thing, but it almost reminds me of starting Binding of Isaac, is I can now regularly get to the first boss. Like without really any trouble, clearing those first 3 floors in Zone 1, getting to the boss. Most of the time I'm dying to the boss, but that's more in my own head than it is the game's fault.
Yeah.
I think go ahead.
Did you find out the shopkeeper's name?
I did not.
I've seen a couple of them. One of them is Freddie Merchantry.
Great.
That is the best name.
That's the one. That's one you gotta have.
Because it's a shopkeeper who sings, and he does have that little wobble that Mercury does. So it's
that's really good. I think my problems with the game aren't with the game itself. You know, I feel like I'm early on that I don't really have problems with the game. My problems are with my level of skill. Like, I do fine on the first floor. It's probably 50-50 chance if I can get through the first boss. It's primarily dependent on equipment for me right now rather than skill. You know, I haven't made that swing yet. My real problem is the second floor. I feel like half of the enemies, they build upon enemies from the first zone. Sorry, I shouldn't be calling them zones. They build upon, there's a skeleton that has a shield now. You knock it back, and he bops one, but he's still going to do his hands in the air thing. Like, there's modifiers on...
I love that animation, by the way.
Yeah, just like little wiggly arms. So I appreciate a lot of that. And some of the enemies are in Zone 2 are easy to understand, like the rock golem who's like doing the shoulders thing. That one's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
But for me, and I think I likened this before the break to Guitar Hero. Like when you're first starting, you got this song down and you're really good, and then just off in the distance you see the solo coming, your brain shuts down. That to me is Zone 2. Where it's like, all right, I did really great, I have really great equipment. Oh my god, what are all of these enemies?
Like, as in Zone 2, like the second zone after the boss.
Yes.
Or floor 2 in the first zone.
Oh, no. Zone 2, so like the first zone has like the three floors and a boss. This is Zone 2, like the mossy dungeon forest area.
Yeah. Zone 3 is the ice and fire one, which is...
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that.
If they didn't call it a Song of Ice and Fire, then they made a big mistake.
Right, yeah, like, maybe a little too litigious, but yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that to me is my mental block right now that I feel like happens to you and I when we're playing roguelikes a lot, where it's like, all right, I've got, Binding of Isaac. I've got this down to mom. Everything's fine. Oh my god, everything does one full heart damage. What are all these things? And like, you
Yeah,
just have to get more comfortable with it.
yeah. It's one of the things I do love about the game is the fact that everyone is so all the enemies have their thing, and like you said, it's like every zone they just introduce new enemies.
Hmm.
I absolutely despise the imps. That's a zone 3 enemy, I believe.
Okay,
I can't wait until you come across them because
great.
every single time they kill me.
Yeah.
Every time, without fail. It's like
Ugh.
I do something stupid and they kill me. Even though I know now because the hub world has all of the different training things. Like it has the get
Right.
used to be, face the bosses, do this, do that, do the other. I went in and spent some solid time in that against some of the zone 3 enemies because the patterns start to get so much more complicated.
Right.
Like our skeleton shield friend, he
Mhm.
now has a horse, so there's now 3 sets to him when you get to zone 3.
Oh wow. Okay.
So there's skeleton on a horse, skeleton with a shield, skeleton without a shield. Like
Right.
it's one enemy, but it's got the 3 stages to it. And then they just throw in like the dragons start appearing much, much more frequently when you get to zone 3.
Mm.
And the dragons are a bit of a nightmare.
God, those dragons.
But I actually did for this week. I went back and I did a couple of runs at 3. I managed to get through floor 1 in zone 3 a couple of times.
Oh, nice.
Floor 2 kills me every time so far because I get to that. By the time I get to the second floor, I've got half a heart left, and
Right.
I'm doomed kind of thing. So instead, I just went back and started playing a bunch of Zone 1, just so I could play something nice and
Yeah. You can
nice and
get your feet back on the ground.
yeah, something a little bit easier. But man, this game is way too good.
Yeah. I
And
think the only other thing that is difficult for me, maybe just because I'm not super experienced with the game, and maybe you can help me here with this, is I have a lot of trouble. You'll find a shrine and you'll give it hearts or money or something, and it'll spit out 3 items. And I always feel like between that or going to the shop or opening a chest, I always feel like I have a problem choosing between a lot of these items because I
yeah,
don't want to stop moving and I don't want to break that multiplier, but I don't yet know the items by sight.
I still don't. What I tend to do for that kind of thing as well is, let's say I go into the shopkeeper, I will do a run across. So I will go below the items, and when you step in front of it, it gives you the description on the screen, but
Right.
it's very, very quick. So I will do a left, right, and just like on the square, off the
Right.
square, on the square, off the square. And it's like, okay, it's +2 vision. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
Like the torches and stuff like that, you'll start to recognize the torches.
Yeah,
They're
like the
easiest
blue one
ones.
is the really good one. It's like, all right, I'm definitely getting that one.
Yeah, whereas like the weapons are still the ones that I have issues with. I stay away from glass at all
Yeah, me too.
chances.
I learned that really early on. It's like, all right, well, glass weapons are not going to be a thing I enjoy.
No, because they're really powerful, but the second you get hit, you just end up with a bunch of glass shards.
Yep.
I ended up accidentally touching a glass shrine and turned everything I was using to glass.
Oh no.
Very next beat, I took a hit.
I actually, one of the shrines I ran into gave me a random weapon, and I actually ended up with a blood bow, which was really good. Not only did you get the benefits of the blood weapon, you got the range of the bow, and that was a really good run.
Yeah, I think I've had a blood whip once,
Oh wow.
which the whip might be my favorite weapon because it's
Yeah.
just like it throws my beat off sometimes because I don't realize I'm going to attack something like the pots or whatever. I don't realize I'm going to attack them,
Right.
and then it's like, oh wait, why did I not move? Oh, because I smashed that thing. Oh wait, no, I missed a beat.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just literally just becomes a case of finding what you like and kind of jumping in with it.
Building out your flow chart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
part of what helped me was going into the game options and turning on the option that says always show item names. So I can see the
that's
item names
helpful.
from further away, and I can say, okay, cool. It looked like a glass item, but now I know it's an obsidian item. I'm definitely going to get whatever that is. And I can at least
might
say,
have
all
to
right,
do that.
leather armor. I know that doesn't do too much for me. I'm not going to worry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're
So
not wearing any armor, in which case pick that thing up every
yeah,
time.
exactly. Like .5 armor or whatever it is a big help when you have zero.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
still think my secret favorite one is the spike boots. Because you can get two
that
sets
the
of spike
icy
boots.
ones.
Yeah, there's one
Yeah,
that keeps you protected from traps and it keeps you gripping on ice.
right.
And there's another one that does that and gives you +1 damage, no
Oh,
matter
okay.
what weapon you're using.
Wow.
So if you can get a nice +3, it's like bye bye dragon, one hit dead.
Right.
It's so useful.
Man. Yeah, I feel like I'm really happy that I'm sticking with it this time because I feel like I'm starting, like we talk about a lot on this show. I'm starting to build that flowchart, and that feels really really good. Where it's like, all right, I'm like you said, I know I don't enjoy the glass weapons. You know, they're more of an expert level weapon, I would say. Where if you know you're gonna go through
Yes.
3 zones without getting hit, like, you're probably gonna use that damage. But for
Hmm.
me, I'll probably run out of the room and straight into an enemy and be like, okay, cool, thanks.
Yep, it's happened to me a couple too many times.
Yeah.
Pro tip as well, if you ever get to a store and need money, the golden walls that the store is made of actually drop coins.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So
Okay.
if you have a bomb, go to one of the corners of the shop.
Right.
Don't waste your money in the middles.
Right.
Go to the corners, drop a bomb in the corner, then jump away. Each wall gives you like I think it's 10 to 25 coins, something like that.
Wow. Okay.
So if you're only a couple of coins short, drop a bomb in that corner, let it blow up, and then collect the coins, and then collect the item you need.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's good.
Usually that's my trick on the first floor of whatever zone I'm doing. I'm in the shop. Oh, there's a good item there, but I'm 20 coins short. Let me just blow up this wall, collect all these coins. Got you.
Right.
Now let's make a strong start, kind of thing.
Okay. Cool. Good. Yeah. Yeah. I knew I would like Crypt and the NecroDancer coming back to it, and I feel like this is the first time it's really clicked with me, and that makes
Yeah,
me really really happy.
I'm so excited
Yeah.
because I need a reason to keep playing this, and this is as good of an excuse as any.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. I think that's it for this week. We're just getting into Crypt and the NecroDancer. I think we have scheduled 2 more weeks, but that might be
It
might
might be a bit
extend it.
flexible.
Yeah, might extend it if we're really loving it, but we'll see in a couple of weeks. And that's it for us this time. So we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.